Hello and welcome to this powerful peak up level new moon 8/8 the Lion's Gate moment. And we are so excited to be here for this very special event, special broadcast coming to you live today here via YouTube. And as you are coming in and we are welcoming you in, I am Jess Juntunen. I have the honor of welcoming you into the call as we get settled into this moment, to this stream. We are the main stream on this live stream. Isn't that perfect? Because this is the new earth. We are it right now. And there is so much that we are going to be sharing today in this flow, in this celebration. And on top of it all, it is the 1-year anniversary of WWA Global that rebirthed on the planet on 8/8/2020. So it is not an accident that there are all these convergences around this day. And that is why our beloved teachers, Sri Ramka and Master Lady Kira Ra, knew that we needed to reach out today and be together in community, live, and sharing in real time in this celebration and in the importance of the choice before us all right now. It is a very important moment. It's a huge moment. And smile and say, yes, we have made it to this moment right now. And now we get to keep going if we choose. And in this moment, bring your hands to your heart. Thank yourself. Take a breath. You are here because you knew in your heart this moment right now was important for the whole planet and beyond. You answered a call within you. And there's no accident that you're here at this moment celebrating with us and sharing in this moment and setting the course ahead. There's no accident that you have said yes to that greater calling within, because now is the moment. Now is the moment. It's not if, now, when. It's now, right? It's right now. So in this moment, it really is my honor to be here with all of you. It is a very significant moment for my own self, as I'm sure it is in your journey. And we are so happy to be here. And some left brain details for this special event. Our phone lines are open, 517-208-1500. And today is really about, your celebrations and sharing your miracles. And if you've been part of the WWA experience, please call in and share with us the blessings that have occurred in your life through the gift that is the WWA Women Wellness Awakenings momentum movement on the planet, this journey that we have been in for this past year that birthed on 8/8/2020. Whether you were consciously aware of it or not, whether you were there or not, it birthed then. So please, with all of our heart, that call-in number 517-208-1500. And if you have a miracle to share or a question, but this is not for many soul readings, this is not a regular show, this is a special live event. So please note that when you are calling in, and just know that the chat is there to support you. There are so many beings in the chat and it's always beautiful, and there's all the love and community and sharing there. Please do support one another and share one another in this moment. We are so happy to be with you. So without further ado, I would love to welcome in the most amazing, brilliant mentors, teachers, healers on the planet, Master Lady Kira Ra and wisdom teacher Sri Ramka. Come on in.
Oh, Jess. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, my goodness. The beauty that you are radiating and the blessings that we are receiving just sitting here sincerely in the radiance of all that you are. Thank you on this beloved special day, this peak up level 8/8 Lion's Gate WWA anniversary. We are just excited to be here, and especially to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you. I am so excited and honored to be here with all of you. Thank you.
Well, it is amazing, isn't it, Sri?
Absolutely. It's one of those moments where we say, oh my goodness, a whole year has gone by since this grand expansion of light and harmony. Because what I remember so clearly from a year ago, 8/8/2020, was this sense of embrace that came forward, this divine feminine energy that came forward. And truly, WWA, Women, Wellness, and Awakenings, is a universal clarion call to remember the truth of that balance. And it's tangible,
Ooh.
it's real, it's here, it's now.
So, it's tangible, it's real, it's here, it's now. Let's catch everybody up. So I'm going to do the woo-woo, right? Isn't that what I come in and help us do? So the first thing we want to note is that literally this moment is all about, I'm going to take us back to last year. All right, here we are. How many of you, wow, doesn't that seem like forever ago? There it was. That was 2020. Remember that, Jess?
I remember that.
Right? And let's not forget that what was 2020? It was the first year of the up level experience. We didn't even know if we would have a second year of it. It was the first year that we presented an energetic flow for the year that was so unique and so one of a kind and so different that we really all had no idea what would happen, right? But when we remember that it was that dragonfly and that January, February, September, and July, August, and December were the profound shift pillars. And you'll notice that January and August were also wound up being frames. And that it was the first time we saw this spiral ignition, right? That almost looks like a lasso there, that really moving of the energy, moving into this. It's like saying, okay, humanity, get ready, get ready, get ready. So all of that is happening in 2020. And then it brings us to last year, this, to 8/8/2020. And something happened that day that really shattered the consciousness. And it was this.
Yeah.
It was the ignition of the discus of Vishnu 0-point generative energy of humanity that can only come forward in the harmonic balance of the divine feminine with this incredible benevolent masculine. And so what you're gazing at right here, this is last year. This is 1 year ago. And I want to just invite all of us right now to take a moment. And Jess, do you remember the moment we were in WWA? Now, those of you, the WWA home study is available. Take it. The very first journey opens this in your life. So let's remember where this all began, because I'm bringing us to this minute right now, but we can't get here without knowing what that's about.
An ignition, indeed.
Yes.
And an opening, indeed. So often the universe is conspiring in seemingly silent ways to expand us, to support us, even though part of us may say, I didn't know I signed up for that. Well, guess what?
I think we say that every day, don't we?
Guess what? Anytime we're asked to expand our zone, let alone our comfort zone,
right.
Anytime we're asked to expand, there is a moment of tenderness, of vulnerability, and where we're called upon to trust even more.
Oh, in every way.
And I remember so clearly last year, it was so wonderful as this expansion came forward. Now, here's the funny thing. It isn't just about last year. This is about an energetic interaction.
And Jess, how was your last year? How do you remember when this day came in?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so incredible that it's been a year. And I know a lot of you are feeling like, wow, that feels like 10 years ago. Like, how many lifetimes have we lived and transited through? And that moment when the discus came through in the WWA experience and everything that has birthed since has been miracle upon miracle upon miracle. And it keeps going. And now it's the miracle. I really realize, like, I have so many choices that are all absolutely amazing. Like, how, blessed are we that we could be in this moment where the choices are so rich. And I have to think back to March when we had the festival and the summit, and we really, I think, are right now in this energy of this rainbow bridge that we opened then. And I am feeling that, and that's my experience right now, is I'm just really in that blessing. It's as if I'm standing right there at that portal that we opened in that moment, and I can feel the September equinox.
So in the energy that Sheree was mentioning, in the energy that you're bringing in right now, keeping our hands on our heart, let me bring you up another memory lane, because this one's important for right now. Here we are. We took a journey starting in 2020. And you will notice right now, why is this month so important? It was our first leap. If you go back to September 2020, this was when, right after that August pillar, that's why I just showed you the energy flows of 2020, when that August pillar of 2020 opened, when we entered September, was when all of the time compression started, because the discus of Vishnu had ignited. And we started becoming acclimated. Our nervous system started acclimating. Our mind started literally blowing up, because in September 2020, time compressed to now. Literally right now. The knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, the connections, everything that is working in your life right now in this moment of choice. Notice it's a choice month too. This moment of August 2021 was the first marker along the way. And we don't hit our next one until the equinox of March 2022, which means that right now we are actually making a difference. And this is massive. And this is also why I threw this on today in pink, so you guys make a note. This Thursday, August 12th, any of you that are a lineage holder of whatever spiritual experience that is of the highest service to the all, we are coming together live. This is open to the world. Help us get the word out. This Thursday, this channel, Official Shri and Kira, YouTube, be there. Be there outside of all ego, because just like we did in 2020, just like we started doing several years ago with the lineage holders, this August 12th lineage holder gathering and time surf amplification matters. We touched this moment. We left the note. And remember, we put this out in 2020. This was put out a while ago. This information's been out there. All we're doing today is saying, hey, remember we talked about this? Remember we've already touched this? You've already been here. And all of the beautiful visions you had of where you would be by now are ready to amplify, anchor, and be chosen with greater mastery presence August 12th. And here's what's so powerful. Today, right now, is a peak up-level new moon moment. And in that energy, we are already into the equinox of March 2022, which becomes the first anniversary of the first festival, which in and of itself is a miracle.
Absolutely. You know, we have the ability to co-create beyond our comprehension.
So true.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
It's fun.
And so this is an invitation for for August 12th, coming up just in a few days, to co-create, to collaborate, to help bring into greater harmony that which in our hearts has already been birthing.
And so let's talk about that. And I'm going to open up on the share right here, the actual flow of this year. So here we are, and this is not new. We've been showing you this since, late last year. This is what's happening right now, and I want you to look at August. You'll notice that August has within it, between August and September, remember we have been doing what? Literally learning how to navigate a torus field. This is like the cross section of the torus field that was ignited with that 0 point energy. You see in the distance there, you see that this is all because of what? The 8/8/2020 ignition of the discus of Vishnu. But if you look at August, you see there's a moment before the second wave ignites. And that second harmonic wave is going to come up in mid-August, right around the 15th, which is another reason why this August 12 lineage holder time surf is so important. Because we are at the moment where, and I want to give you one more final share for this year, and all of these are in the 2021 up-level calendar. If you want to look at them more deeply, go grab that at shriandkira.com. Here you go. The one thing that we have not shown a lot this year because it was so overwhelming that it really took us time to acclimate to. This is the energy field of creation we're in. So this is beyond just a new energy flow. This is your nervous system relaxing into the experience of all levels of consciousness as one level of consciousness, as you are literally the open chalice of receptivity of a ninth dimensional frequency that can sustain a greater number of beings in fifth dimensional frequency, thereby diminishing the overpowered fourth dimension and restoring balance. So I want you to really breathe that in, because that's what you're staring at. Breathe that, and you will notice if you really relax your eyes, the pyramid of spiritual awakening is in here as well. The open eye of the universe is in here. The ignited presence of your true being is here. And it all, look where August is. You see where August is coming in, and then you see where October, if you look to the right, you see August, October, and then you look over to the left and you see July, September. We are, if you follow where that's taking, we are literally in, and we will get that animated at some point so you can really see that. We are in the center of the molecules of creation itself. Jess, it looks like what's igniting over you. And how about what this amazing photo that Shri took, right? Talk about the molecule. Do you see the eye? Yes. And the blue ray of light? This was no accident. This is the compadres. We are in that moment right now, today. It is a peak up-level sunlight moment. It is profound, it is powerful, and we're actually just beginning to talk about what's happening.
So let's take a breath here.
Let's do that.
As we breathe consciously, we come into present time. As we are in present time, we are. We are available. We are peace. We are in the co-creative capacity of the truth of our authenticity. Yes. Breathe into that now. So. This is a powerful moment, and we're so delighted that you have said yes to participate, that you have said yes to lend your consciousness and your attention to magnifying the bounty of the beauty, to magnifying the expansion of love and harmony, to magnifying the spiritual potential of all beings. This is what we're here for, and this is joyful. This is indeed a joyful moment to celebrate where we've come in this past year and to acknowledge that there is more expansion ahead.
There is. And do we have the pictures of the throne?
No.
Okay, let's get those up. So while Shri starts getting these pictures over here, let's talk about what's going on with the new moon. So Jess, every month you have championed the peak up level. Every month you have been this beautiful, beautiful being. And we'll even turn off our video. I want you to share with everyone why the new moon is mattering. And when we come back, we're going to offer a revelation that I think is quite extraordinary. So Jess, talk to us about the new moon.
Yeah, these new moons of 2020 and 2021 are all carrying the blessing of being illuminated new moons. It's a lot different than how we might traditionally think about the new moon, and it's a powerful activation portal, really is what's happening. And the call for greater balance and harmony comes in with each of these new moons. The ability to channel your dreams, to really focus on your vision and get into alignment with what you're birthing. It's so potent at each of these new moons. And so each month there's, been beings that have been gathering, and if you're gathering out there in your own way, and really holding this energy of balance and love. And in 2021, our authenticity is truly birthing. This new moon, I see it as like the crown of our authenticity is what we are being invited to put on. And this new moon, because it is on 8/8, the Lion's Gate, because it's a peak up level moment. Every month we are going through these peak up level moments where it's all conspiring for you to break free and fly free. And you might also notice, what's out of balance, what's in your face, what is coming up that's saying, I'm scared or I have a little doubt. And that's the beautiful moment to smile and love yourself through it. It is a very amazing time, and it can feel intense. Like the waters though, right? We move and flow and let yourself cleanse and release anything that would be holding you back from being the truth of your being. And, you know, that's the moment we're in, to really remember your authentic nature, to put on that crown, to remember you're free. It's your time. So I feel like this is a portal that's reminding us, like, your true nature, who you are. Be that empowered lion, lioness, and step forward and just be. There's nothing that needs to hold us back anymore. And this new moon, I feel like it's, of all the new moons so far, it is carrying such potential. So just realize that there are potentials beyond what you can comprehend, like Shri was sharing. I know that to be true because I know things keep happening that are beyond what my mind could have ever even thought of. And I know that you are having those experiences, and many of you have so much to share around that. And so many of you are birthing, and just really be with your authentic, true nature today. Please. Thank you.
No, Jess, thank you. You know, that is so important, because let's remember that right now we are in, if we look at the Ascension Up-Level calendar for right now, today, Sunday, 8/8, this beautiful empowered moment is more than just symbolic. It is the moment where that balance is coming forward. Let's not forget that last year on 8/8, it was about the rise of the divine feminine. It was about that really calling that divine feminine power back and up and out into the planet. And now, after this dance, and it has been quite an extraordinary year in reflection, what we are at today is the illuminated presence of balance, the oneness, that moment where each comes forward as the contributing being that they are. You know, Shri and I, as you know, and those of you that are in our beautiful Miracle Team gathering yesterday at our Mastery Mentorship, our monthly meeting. And if you don't know what that is, please download our app, Spiritual Mastery with Shri and Kira, and be there. Because yesterday's gathering, Jess, was really powerful.
It was.
Right?
You know, absolutely. I don't know if you want me to share more, but
it's up to you. I mean, as your heart would like to.
It just was absolutely incredible. And what was shared there, and you know, those beings out there, if you're feeling that call to join, I felt 1,000 points of light and times 1,000 that are gathering, and everything that we have been working towards. Like, I feel it here, it's arrived. And that was just really profound for me, and what was shared. And thank you for the blessing. These ceremonies are beyond timely and supportive.
Agreed. And yesterday, right before that happened, you know, Shri and I were called once again to our mountain. And you know, you've been here. You're going to be back here. You're going to be back for the September event, which is almost full. If you're thinking of coming, find out about it. Get down here, because that is, by the way, a closed door event. We are not even going to broadcast it. What's happening here is so profound and so sacred. We feel it needs to be in a container of those that are here. But we will be making video, and we will make video available later on. So in the energy of yesterday, our beautiful mountain that just keeps revealing, revealed something that we shared on air. And the reason that we did that, and we're going to share it here, is because this is a profound new moon, as you were mentioning. And we're going to be closing today with an incredible ceremony that Jess will be leading us through to really capture this essence, you know, really hone that and own that energy. And today, in this new moon, it is like a comet. Imagine that this is just a beautiful ball of light, like Shri and I here. Shri and I'll do it together. Hold my hand, right? We're grabbing the light. Okay, so we're grabbing this light. We're getting ready to boom, right? There it comes. That's what's going between now and the 22nd. Because on August 22nd, when we hit that full moon, so from 8 to 22 is literally, I mean, right now we're all there with our javelins of light, you know, however we're commanding that. Where is the light taking you, and how are you responding? So we want to offer to you what our mountain, what Mother Gaia herself brought forward yesterday, because we feel that this energy, we know that Tosa Blue Mountain is ground zero for here in the absolute center of the world, in the center of the earth. Here we are. And in that center, we are aware that everything is coming back together into oneness, and that humanity itself is at a moment of decisions. And so we want to show you what our beloved Gaia here at Toast of Blue Mountain.
Which one would you like?
Well, we want to start with the share. How do I share? They're not open.
You have to double click one of them.
Okay, well, I can't see that far away. Forgive us, guys. I'm so sorry that this wasn't set up ahead of time. Our forgiveness. All right, I can't. There we are. Okay, we're going to start right here. And there we go. So I just double click and it'll be available to share. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow, is that hard? So maybe you could double click the rest of them while I'm sharing this one.
Sure.
That way we don't have to keep these beautiful beings waiting. All right. So, Jess, what are we looking at? You tell us. What is this? You were there yesterday.
Well, I do leave that up to the viewer, but if you're looking up there in the top of this rock formation in this alcove, I guess, do you see, it looks like a horse. Yeah, I can see your cursor, or a dragon, which I see a dragon personally.
Right. Well,
but
you see the tail.
yeah,
Right? The big dragon looking down. There's even, look, you've got the legs.
it's incredible.
Right?
And it was 6 months ago when we were at the March equinox events when we opened the Dragon's Cave up on the trail.
Exactly.
So that was very timely.
And so as you're looking at this, what this is Mother Gaia herself. Let's show another one. Shri, let's show this next one that we just opened.
All right.
And we're going to stop that share and share the next one. So what this is that we have a side of the mountain that has opened up with great light. And this was a section of the mountain that has not been exposed in, who knows, it could have been 1,000 years. Certainly nobody around here ever remembers it. And we're going to show you some other pictures. And the reason this is so important, I need to see the one they're seeing. Thank you, honey. And the reason this is so important is because what first called was a huge pillar of light. And we have gotten access. We're going to show you other pictures to understand how far up Shri and I are on the mountain. But this little cuevita, this little cave, when you gaze at it, you'll notice right there, the way the shadow is coming, you see that beautiful cave art, right?
Yes.
We're just calling it cave art. Mother Gaia herself. But what we didn't see was the dragon above it. And what was fully not in our consciousness until yesterday was that Shri and I were preparing to be with all of you. We were preparing to be with you, our community, those of you, I'm sure there's plenty of you here in the chat over at YouTube and wherever else you're chatting that were aware of yesterday and what was going on. And when we got up there, I kept hearing Pythia, Pythia, Pythia. So Shri and I were on our walk and I walked up. I need you to honestly stop doing that.
Okay, I'm trying to get
I
a stage
can't
for you.
keep, yeah, but I can't, forgive me. I cannot keep my focus when I have screens flashing in front of me. And so
Pythia.
thank you. The when the Pythia energy was calling so strongly, we thought we were heading there first, but it was that dragon that first called us. And then it was the throne. And so now, Shri, I find it in this pile. Is that where we find it?
Yeah.
There it is. And so let's show, how do I show that one?
Or we can just have this whole thing up if it be.
Sure, if it'll work.
Yeah, I think it will. Let's
All right,
try
let's
it out.
see.
We're testing something new on
Hit
Zoom.
share screen.
Zoom here.
There you go. And no, it won't. It's not showing
okay,
it.
It's not.
Yeah, you
All
have
right.
to do it the other way.
So that's this one.
But you'll have to close that to start it again.
All right, bear with us.
So forgive us. I'm sorry if this hurts the flow. But what now the finder was showing, by the way. So what you're seeing here is Shri in what is actually a stepped tiered throne of activation that is even further up the mountain from where this was. And as we were in that, we discovered the energies. I just want to share, let's see, let me get a better shot. Forgive us, we have lots of good shots here. Let's go with this shot. Can you share that, please? That when you're sitting there, you'll see where my arms are when we're able to share this, that this energy itself said and came through that this is the sun energy. And that we were being activated. And you see where my arms are. They're actually, you see how they're on the stones there. And you can see that we showed Shri at the other angle. This is very high up in the mountains, and the energy is very tangibly expansive and large and all
the energy
encompassing.
is very much, it feels like an ascended masculine energy.
It's very much the
It's a
masculine.
propulsion, it's an ignition, it is lifting us to be more than the definition of who we were. And so that energy is expansionary, and it's amazing to go visit a mountain, a rock, that the eyes of density say, oh, rock face. But the soul of the human says, oh, a sacred portal.
And it's tangibly felt. I mean, you've been here, Jess. You know the feeling of the mountain. And so, right. So I want to close the other side of this because I've been teasing you all at Pythia, and I want to see if we actually can move through these photos together. Because from here, let's see, are you all seeing the vertical? Did it change?
Yes.
How yay!
That's
Okay, then I'm
working.
going to move this over. That's just so much easier. So this was Shri. You're starting to get an idea of how rough it was, but you see that it's very much a throne, and the way that this is working in the mountain. And you can see from the side when I was sharing with Shri. So after this, on the way down, I wanted to get a perspective for you to appreciate how big this mountainside is. Because what you're staring at here probably expands about 12 feet tall or larger. This is, it's really a large side of the stone face. And we went then down, and I want to bring you now. And this is where Shri took this in perspective to where I'm staring up into where I took those pictures, because I have to hold my camera up at a certain angle to get those photos. It's a very challenging thing to see that art. So it really gives you an idea of how far along it is. So from here, and there's the final picture I got, which I think is a nice view of the dragon energy and the reminder of the opening of the dragon cave. We arrive at Pythia. Now, Pythia is literally around the corner. And up yet another level in the mountain. And behind my back, what you cannot see is that's an open crevasse of the mountain. And Jess, have you been here since the revelation of the Pythia?
I have not been there.
Okay. So up until yesterday, you feel like a wind. You're you see how my arms are kind of coming together and my shoulders. Literally, regardless of your body size, type, or shape, it literally becomes a cradle. It's Mother Gaia herself hugging you here, which is why we installed the chair to make it easy for everyone to do this. And yesterday, I felt and heard and clearly received from the center of the divine Gaia soul itself, the message that in the new moon of creation, sit here, and in the heart of my soul, may all that is ready to manifest to call forward the balance be so. And then in the sun, move to the throne of activation, where the masculine and the feminine are one again. And that all happened right before we got on together yesterday. And this is another picture of the Pythia. You can kind of see right above my head, you see it's kind of dark. But it's all the way, the fissure is up, and it's large, and it's different for each being. And those steps that we've cut in, that rock face is, oh my goodness gracious.
It's tall.
I don't know, 30 feet, maybe more, and filled with all types of energies. So you walk up the side of the rock face, and that's where other magic evolves as well. And so in the moment of this 8-8, right, and the magic that's being revealed here at Toasted Blue Mountain, the magic through this Trinity, the magic of the moment, we are ready to really be the soaring comet of light. And Shri, I whatever you'd like to share, and then should we ask, do we have some questions holding, or people that would like to share?
Sure. Well, the one thing I would like to share, and thank you everyone for tuning in to these photos and our sharing.
Right, and remember, we're culminating with a ceremony.
That, yes, in just a few minutes we'll be going into our ceremony. However, this is part of the preparation. This is an acknowledgement of the connectivity that we share. So often we walk by things and miss the gifts.
Yes.
We're walking in concert with thoughts and feelings and preoccupations as opposed to being in the present moment. And the one thing I've learned is, having visited so many sacred sites around the earth, that when we open our heart, we can receive the gifts of the sights. Here at Tosa Blue Mountain in Ecuador, at the equator, high in the Andes, these particular rocks are unlike what I've experienced at Machu Picchu, at
True. Anywhere we've been.
Yeah, at Tikal
Anywhere.
and other sites. There is an energy frequency that is emanating from deep within Mother Gaia that is basically saying, I've got your back, wake up, I'm here with you. It's those kinds of messages is what my mind makes of it. It's the felt sense of resurrection, upliftment, and becoming even more. And so that energy is such an amazing gift, and it's here. We love to share it, and we invite you to, as you tune in or scroll back and replay, whatever you want to do, that this is a grand opportunity. Just as that sunrise on the photo behind us is an opportunity, we connect as we choose, and as we choose, we are connected. Ooh. And in that is the expansion of all that is meant to be.
Let's take in a deep Ave Sa breath on that. And I want to close with something right here. This is from our book, 2013, Mayan Sunrise. And this book is becoming very, very important again. Lots of people are starting to read it again. It is out of text print, but you can still get it on Kindle, 2013, Mayan Sunrise. This book has become, ironically, perfect for this moment. Number one, starting with the fact that you all know the mistake on the cover. This book is all about Guatemala, but our publisher put Chichen Itza on the cover. Now, why is that an error? Well, because Chichen Itza is in Mexico, because this entire book is about the Guatemala Mayan and our worldwide experiences that brought unification there. But our publisher put this here because it would sell books. Because at the time this book was published in 2010, there was a lot of misinformation, just as there's a lot of that now. And because of the call that Shri and I are honoring with the Mayan, and we are being called at many levels to reunify through the Kanyari and the Mayan and all of the indigenous ways, this book has become a guide. And if you have not read our book, 2013 Mayan Sunrise, if you've never read any of our books, then just read that one. Because what Shri and I have come to realize is that book was written for right now, literally, and you will read it. Every single thing in there literally reads as if it was published today. Yes. And this morning, as we were preparing to be with all of you, we were drawn to page 67. So those of you that have page 67, we're not going to read the whole thing right now, but if you have 2013 Mayan Sunrise, go to page 67. And I just want to read you the first thing. These are the 7 steps. Well, let me read the top of the page. Transcending the prophecies/predictions and mainstream opinions is not an easy task. And yet it is one that you can master. It does take a sincere commitment to release the hypnosis of the density paradigm. And here are 7 steps to make that journey easier and more successful. And even more than when this book was first published, the distraction of density that is trying to stop you from being who you are, that is trying to confuse you, has never been greater. This book was made for now. And I just want to read you numbers 1 and 2 right now, because they really are that important. Number 1, recognize that freedom comes from within. No one will give you permission to ascend into your higher truth. Only you can gift this to yourself. And number 2, take action to align your choices with your highest truth. Stop pretending to be less than who you really are. And the other 5 are just as important. And yeah, I'm teasing you. You need to read this book. 2013, Mayan Sunrise, sadly out of print. Our publisher controls it, so we don't have any books, but it is at Kindle. This is that moment where in 1993, when I had the vision of when the vision of WWA, of Women Wellness Awakenings, was birthed, it had enough success that it put me on national television and anchored a whole lot of other beautiful gifts in my life. However, we were at a moment where consciousness could not accept women into perfect balance. And it was more than just about women. As we all have come to know, it is about the divine feminine. It is about the ascended wellness. It is about the awakening. And Jess, I want to just also honor you and Shri, because without you, this vision would not have continued. And it is because of the two of you that this vision has sincerely blossomed, and that a year later, not only has it championed, we have those fireworks in the sky, we have that ignition, and right now this moment matters. August 12th matters. August 12th, 4 p.m. It will be 30 minutes. It will be on YouTube. It will be live. Be there. We must time surf together. Then on August 22, this comet that's been soaring literally does this. It's going to be a ignition. August choice, August choice, August awakening. We are at that moment because now we are ready. Humanity, why are all the expressions showing? Because we are beyond the gender. It is beyond any one being. Of course, the allness is revealing the all because we are at the moment where the celebration of look how many beautiful forms we can co-create. Why is it okay to think of an off-world alien creature as acceptable when we ourselves are creating such beautiful variations of that which is? It should be a champagne popping moment of, oh my God, look what we can do. Look at how amazing. You mean we can create that too? We can do that too? Yeah. Instead of the torture that the third dimension seeks to put on those beings and us all. It is the moment. This is this 8-8 peak up level, as Mother Gaia herself from the mountain here at Tosa Blue Mountain has said. Come into the cradle of her divine sanctuary. We're not sending cords into her. We're being invited into her herself. Say yes to that invitation. Let us go into the Divine Mother and the embrace that she is offering us all. And may we receive the bounty, the limitless creative energy. Because as powerful as we are to create things that might frighten the mind of density, we are just as powerful to create the things that instantly transform it. But it begins with that number 2. You got to take action. That's what we're doing. August 20th, the Waka Museum opens here at Tosa Blue Mountain. It is a celebration. It is extraordinary. The moment of Klinika Linda is upon us. The Avesa experience is upon us. Your life is inviting you to remember that your miracle presence is alive. So from the awakenings portion of WWA, before we go into some questions and a beautiful ceremony, I want to pass it to the wellness, to my beloved Sri, who I'm sure is then going to pass it to Jess, and then we're going to see who's waiting to say hello.
All right. You know, it's important to remember that in every step of our lives, there is always choice.
Yes.
Choice is woven into the expression of soul and form. Yeah. That this journey, this birth was a choice. That this life reflects choice. The key is to allow your consciousness to lift beyond the patterning of the consensus and discover the fabric that is beyond the consensus so that you can call in a higher order of wellness.
There it is.
Your wellness, your sense of peace and harmony and health and vitality are dependent only upon the quality of your consciousness, not the conditions of the outer world. Yet we begin by being out-focused and thinking, if I eat this, I'll get better, or if I eat that, I get worse, or whatever the outer world experience is. And while there is some correlation at the physical level, the totality of wellness is beyond the physical, beyond the emotional, beyond the mental, and beyond the understood spiritual. We live as multidimensional beings expressing into this world and receiving from this world the opportunity to be of service.
Yes, yes.
There is the ultimate wellness when we can consciously deploy our energy, our knowings, our wisdom, our skills in service to, we receive back the reflection of, you are welcome here. We love you. All is well. And isn't that the essence of wellness? To know that I am welcome, all is well, that I'm loved, and that foundation births pure health. It births service, and it births the joy of conscious living. So I offer that reminder to all of you. Let's take a breath before we move into the next piece. every conscious breath is a restoration of peace, love, and joy. Want to be sure? Let's do it again.
All right. Oh.
And Jess, take it away.
Standing in this spot and just holding the presence of the divine feminine, right? Without respect to gender. The women have the blessing of expressing as the divine feminine, and it is the time to champion women. And it's the moment where the divine feminine rising in each of us, male, female, anything in between, all expression is coming into oneness and balance. And I know it's an important moment where we are in our birthing, and allow yourself to honor that as that expression of the divine feminine. How are you birthing? How are you nourishing? How are you nurturing? Are you coming into that union and taking your inspired action from there? You must receive and fill fully and give from that generous spirit in the same moment and be in that balance. And it is that time where I think it's easier than ever for us to remember that we are that balance of the inspiration and the action. And WWA really is all of that. It's the inspiration, it's the action, it is the stepping forward in the truth of your being and awakening and helping support the world. So thank you for this opportunity, and I'm so honored and blessed to be here.
And we're so honored and blessed that this beautiful Trinity is going to be together in September, because, you know, as we opened up with the Rainbow Bridge, right? The Rainbow Bridge is all of us. And that when we had the 8/8/2020, and then we jumped into the March opening that happened here in Tosa Blue Mountain that ignited that Rainbow Bridge, the June 19 amplification, the 8/8 ignition, the 8/12 surf will get us to that. And what's happening on that equinox is an anchoring and an illumination that will get us to December 31, when the diamond ray can ignite again. So let's all just breathe in a sigh of thank you.
Yes.
And Jess, do we have anyone that would like to say hello?
Let's pop over and take a look.
All right.
We do have some on the line. All right. Let's welcome in. I got to welcome in. We've got B here from New Jersey. Okay.
Right.
Welcome into the call.
Namaste, B. Welcome.
Oh, no, we do not hear you. All right.
All right, B, we'll come back to you. Let's go to somebody else.
You have confirmed the start of the conference.
That would be why we didn't hear her.
Participants will now be placed into the conference.
I feel so much better. Do you know how many times I've done that? Like almost every time.
One more button.
I feel so much better.
Namaste, everyone.
Hi, B. Namaste.
I'm missing the mountain, and that picture is how I left. Oh, now
We hear you.
We can hear you, honey.
okay.
And now
Can
we
you hear
can.
me now?
Now we can.
Comes and goes.
Maybe she's not hearing us.
Okay, I'm here.
You know what? Let's go ahead. B, as much as we want to talk to you, we're going to have to go to another caller because we're going to run out of time. But we're so glad your voice was here and that you were here. We love you so much. All right, Jess, who else?
Let's see. We have Dawna here in Colorado. Welcome to the call, Dawna. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Are you in presentation mode, Jess?
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Oh, hi, Dawna.
Hi, this is Dawna.
Hi, Dawna.
You all hear me?
Yes, we hear
You
you.
know, Jess, we're going to stop the call board.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We love
Thank
you, and we're so
Thank you
glad
so
you're
much.
all there. Let's just close the call board. And we're going to close the call board because you know what? We're here anyway, aren't we? We are all in this beautiful moment. And thank you for all the voices and all the love. We're feeling every one of you. But the moment at hand, and I think the universe is saying it to us.
Yeah, we don't need to move into technical stuff.
Nope, it's about going into the ceremony. It's about honoring this peak moment, this moment of incredible up-level energy, of the opening of Mother Gaia herself for those who are open to receive her divine feminine embrace through the wellness of the totality of the oneness and the awakening of the relaxation of the ego into the choice of the mastery presence. Each of us is at a moment, as is the all of humanity.
Yes. And as in a moment, Jess is going to guide us in this beautiful ceremony. I just want to offer a voice of gratitude to all of you for being here, for those that will catch this in the replay at YouTube, and to Jess Juntunen, who holds these new moon ceremonies
every month
and has agreed to come on earlier today to be with us all in this beautiful orchestrated moment. And for all of us to remember that which we do with sincerity, that which is offered with love and presence, is the foundation upon which miracles birth. Trust your hearts. Trust your sincerity. And we are delighted to witness and collaborate with you.
Yeah, in every way, reach out. Support selfascension.com. All right, Jess, we are excited to be here and honored. And remember, if you'd like to be with Jess for every new moon, selfascensionstudios.com, and you can learn all about her and these amazing ceremonies she hosts. Thank you, Jess, for moving your ceremony to be with all of us today. We are grateful.
Oh, thank you so much. It was clear that the three of us needed to be together with all of you, and that this is exactly how this needed to happen. And I'm so grateful to be sharing this moment. So thank you.
All right. We are here. We are ready. We are open. Guide us.
Yes. And as we breathe and connect with our heart and the mantra of self-ascension, repeating outwardly or inwardly, following along, I am here. I am ready. I am open. Guide me. And allowing yourself to breathe and relax, closing your eyes if you feel safe to do so, or perhaps you have a white lit candle in front of you. And just breathing and noticing already the connection that has come in to your awareness through your breath, through your ignited heartbeat. There's a clarity that is coming in now as you breathe in this beautiful golden light that is coming down, down, down around your crown. Feeling it just sliding down the spine through all of your tissues and cells, just being bathed in this beautiful, compassionate, golden, loving light and presence. And noticing the beautiful vision that you have been tending to, consciously or unconsciously, dancing before you now. What have you been creating? What have you been calling forward? The seeds that you've been planting are germinating, blooming, all in perfection, all in balance as you look at your own beautiful, radiant self, knowing that the flower that is blooming does not look at the flower next to it and wonder, why am I not blooming like that flower? All beings blooming in perfection. You are blooming in perfection. Feeling the balancing energies that are coming in and offering you this beautiful harmony and blessing and love. The knowing that you are supported. And you are gazing around as you are living in this beautiful moment of the truth, knowing that this is the only moment, that this is real, that you are birthing right now. And as you breathe and feel the support around you, noticing that all of us are lifted on these beautiful lotuses. We are shining brilliant points of light around our beautiful planet, holding our love around her as we feel our own bodies nourished and loved and supported by her and ourself. And feeling each being's vision, miracles igniting. And as we breathe in this beautiful crystalline energy of love, unconditional love and wisdom, we breathe in and out, feeling the self as the vessel, receiving the love and the wisdom, being the love and the wisdom, and sending the love and the wisdom to all the brothers and sisters who are seeking to remember the truth of their being. And as we breathe and connect, feel the celebration energy. Feel the smile. Feel the knowing, the bliss, the truth. Allow yourself to receive all of the gifts that are coming to you. Allow yourself to float and be and bring all the blessings into this beautiful body of form, into this beautiful moment now. So, allowing yourself to breathe and integrate and be for as long as you need to be in this space and receive the nourishment and blessings that are coming forth for you now. Thank you for being here. We love you.
Thank you for being. We love you.
Namaste.
See you on the 12th.